Hi folks, Bob Krebs, Sales Manager with Pure Pursuit Automotive again with this beautiful 2013 GTR Nissan. This thing is a fantastic vehicle. This is my favorite part of the evening. That's when we get to do the interior discussion about the vehicle and take it for a test drive. So I'm going to start off here saying that the vehicle does have basically all the standard equipment such as the power windows, etc. Has a really unique function here of the mirrors here, which are able to fold into the vehicle, so that way you can park in either kind of tight spaces or make sure that when you do park somewhere that somebody doesn't catch your mirror. So you can move those in all the way, out, or adjust them completely. And of course you can move the mirror left or right, either way to set your mirror settings. The center here, you've got first of all on the left here, you've got the brightness control that you can control your interior lights of the cockpit here of the display. And in this particular display, as you can see from the left, you've got the speedometer up to 220. You've got the tachometer next. You've got the fuel gauge. You've got the temperature gauge. And of course, this little blue circle right here tells you what gear you're in. Park, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. The steering wheel itself has got some very unique functions. First of all, it's a very comfortable steering wheel. You got the leather, and of course you have the pieces of leather here on the sides that really are grippy on here that you're able to put your thumbs here, 10 and 2, or to down here when you're driving it. So got a horn, center, and of course you've got several different things that you can do from the steering wheel here, which is pull the source up, whether it be the radio, and you can control the sound of the radio from here as well. You've also got your Bluetooth that you can set up from here.
Would you like to access phone?
Or shut it off. And you've got your cruise control that you can set to whatever you want. Turn it on and off, cancel it if you wish. Paddle shifters back here, and of course your turn signals and your wipers here. We're going to go ahead and move to the center section now, and this is the information center of the vehicle. Very, very unique in this particular car. We're going to start here. I'm going to just start with the map just to kind of give you a little bit of an idea. This gives you a GPS location map of where you're at, where you're going. It's dark because the sun is already set by now, and as you can tell, that way you can see it a little bit better. I'm going to hit function here. This gives you a myriad of different custom views of the vehicle. In this particular case, it's measuring turbo boost right now and the engine oil pressure. As you see, as I read that, you saw the turbo boost go up as well as the engine oil pressure. And you switch these up here. It's a touch screen. This displays several different items here: coolant temp, engine oil pressure, transmission oil temp, and of course the transmission oil pressure. Those are all monitored by the second. Custom view 3, same thing. You got basically your turbo boost. The next one gives you several, again, these are all customizable. This is your clock, you've got your miles per hour, different types of steering indicators. This is your acceleration, that when you take off in the vehicle, this will actually give you the boost, the acceleration pedal, and of course you can measure the acceleration as well too. A lot of unique things here for the true Nissan GTR enthusiast. This actually gives you your braking information as well. How far it took you to brake, how much pressure the braking took. Steering as well, you've got different settings for that to measure that. Understeer, oversteer, etc. Next one is gear position. This lets you know exactly, in this particular case, shows we're in park. And if you were to display this on a consistent level, shows you what gear you're in. And as you, of course, move through the gears, this shows your fuel economy, which is fantastic if you're going on a trip or if you're just going around town, just to measure your fuel economy, your efficiency of the vehicle, how many miles per gallon, etc. Last couple here, this is a stopwatch. This is a really cool function here if you decide to take the car out and track it, or if you just want to measure the quarter mile someplace in a flat area, and it will give you your best time, etc. And then of course the last function here gives you several different things that you can set. Your notes, you can say where you've going to, and set that up as well. So again, a myriad of functions that this particular information center has. We're going to move on to here to the guidance setting. You can move these around, you can either touch screen or you can utilize this particular function here. And as you set these up and enter the information into here, you can take shortest route, minimize the freeway time, and of course going to each different function here, same thing again. You can map your destinations from your street address, places you're going to go, from your home, the address book. You can put as many of those addresses in you want, previous destinations, next page, etc. Next portion here is fuel economy, and this again, this thing even gives you tire pressures. Right now you see the tire pressures within all of them within just 2 psi of each other, which is very useful should you be on a trip and want to monitor these particular types of things. And of course, lastly, you've got your Bluetooth set up here as well. So, and again, you can do that from the steering wheel here, as well as control the volume that plays your phone through the stereo system. I usually typically put these back to the map so that when you're utilizing that. Let's go ahead and move on down here to the entertainment system. This is a beautiful Bose stereo system. This is a beautiful, wonderful stereo system. You got different selections here. And of course the CD for this is not up here, it is down here in this particular little area here. You've got your eject over here, and of course you've got your play button up here, which you can choose your different tracks. Here, as you can see on this beautiful carbon fiber backed accented area here, we've got the climate control. So in this particular case, you've got a left driver and a right passenger control. So as you can see up here, you can set these manually to whatever temperature you want, whether it's warmer or cooler, so that each person can have the comfort level that they desire. You got your rear defroster, and you got your front defroster, and of course you can select your different modes from here, and of course the fan speed from the center. Okay, the next controls are very important because there are several different things that we have here that are extremely important because of this performance vehicle and the transmission differential suspension, etc. We're going to start on the far left here. This is the transmission differential selector right here. And you have three different selections. The top here, and you hold it as you select it, that is R. That's for higher revolutions and higher torque output. Normal, which is in the center, as you press that down one time to hit the center, that's for normal setting. That's normal driving conditions and setting. When you push it all the way down to the blue save, that is designed for distance driving and to increase the fuel economy. So again, between this on the bottom and the center is the best place to keep this. Next we have the suspension, and again it's got three settings. The top is R, and this is for maximum vehicle performance. This is for the stiffness and responsiveness of the suspension. And the third one here is what's called VDC, which stands for Vehicle Dynamic Control. When you flip this all the way to the top here and you see the R lighted, that means it turns off the VDC, meaning just what it says. It takes the VDC off and it's not in operation anymore. The center here keeps it in normal, which means fair to rainy weather, mild conditions driving. And then the bottom, only, when it says off, only use this in snow or in mud. Because this is designed when you're having to creep along and get the most maximum grab of those tires and wheels as you're going through inclement weather. So again, keep that in that center normal position. And of course on the right here, real simple, that's the hazards. And once you turn that on, obviously you're using that in case you're in an emergency situation and you want to be seen by emergency vehicles or other vehicles. Center console here, we've got the shifter, which is very ergonomically right to the palm of your hand here. And of course you depress this, takes the vehicle into reverse, neutral, and of course we have the left is automatic and manual, which we'll demonstrate as soon as we get on the road what each of these does in both of those, and the paddle shifters. So we'll put it back in park for a moment here. Check that. Okay, got your on and off start for the engine button here, real simple. You have your foot on the brake, get in the car, key in your pocket or in close proximity, touch that one time, vehicle starts. We'll go ahead and shut it off once, start it right back up. Foot on the brake, touch, vehicle fires. Okay. To the right here, you've got your emergency brake. Always use this once you're stopped to make sure that the vehicle doesn't roll or get out of your control. Center here, we've got the beverage location here. You can put a couple of beverages in here. And then the last thing here is we got a small area here where you can utilize to put some things in here, kind of a glove compartment in the center of the console. Got a USB port and of course a 12-volt DC port as well that you can utilize to run computer equipment or any other electronic equipment. So we've done the tour of the interior of the vehicle, so now let's go ahead and take it out on the road and I'll show you what this thing can do on the highway.